You come into this world with nothing, okay? And with no thing, nothing. You just, one moment you go from formless to form, from nowhere to now here, okay? It's all spelled the same. It's just a little question of spacing. And then you live your life, and then you leave with nothing. Nothing. There's not one thing that you can hang on to and let go. So basically, the only thing you can do with your life, because you don't get to own anything. You think that you own things, but it's all being taken away. It's all going, there's not, they say the last suit you wear doesn't need any pockets. You're not taking anything with you, okay? So if that's the case, then the only thing that you can do with your, since you don't get to own anything, you don't get to have anything, the only thing you can do with your life is give it away. Now ask yourself, what do you think God is like? Living like God lives. Whatever this source that allows everything, even if you're an atheist, you know that there's some invisible intelligence that is bringing things from non-form to form, and I think it was in one of Rumi's poems, he said that the divine intelligence that is constantly seducing the formless into form is the only thing that owns my heart. So there's something that is seducing the non-form into form. It seduced you from, from non-form. There was a moment when you didn't exist, and now you do exist. And what is that world like? So what is God like? What is this source like? What is the Tao like? What is, whatever you want to call it, what is it like? All it does is give things away. It doesn't ask for anything back. It's basically our original nature. Lao Tzu called it our original nature, is to give away. So our true nature is about giving. Summarized by a great poet, Hafiz, who was a Persian poet back in the 13th century. He said, even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you owe me. Just think what a love like that can do. It lights up the whole world. It lights up the whole world. A love that is like the sun saying to the earth. And none of us could take a breath if it wasn't for that sun. And it doesn't ask anything back. God gives us all the air that we need and the water that we need to drink and the food that we need, all the opportunity to do that. That's what God realization is really about. That's my ambition, is to be living a God-realized life. Has been so incredibly magnificent for me that so much comes into my life now, so much more. I don't mean just like I'm making good money and things like that. I'm talking about amounts of financing and so on in such large proportions from, like Your Erroneous Zones is the #1 book in South Korea right now. That was a book I wrote in 1976. They sold 107,000 copies in the last 6 months, and I got a check for $83,000. Now, what do you do with that? It isn't what do you do with the $83,000. It's what do you do with that kind of law of attraction working in your life, because you're no longer attached to it. There's so many paradoxes in the Tao. There's so many. You can only achieve fulfillment when you achieve emptiness. You can only hear answers by silencing your mind. This is half of the Tao. You can only become rich by knowing already that you have enough. You all have to know that and not be consumed with more. If you say to the universe, give me, give me, give me, the universe's response back will be exactly the same. You're aligned with that. It will align and give you experiences that match your desire. It'll say, give me, give me, give me, and you'll constantly feel under pressure and never able to arrive. If, on the other hand, your message to the universe is, now this is a total paradox, if your message is, how may I serve? How may I serve? Just teach me to serve. Teach me to be a better person. Teach me to be like you. Teach me to be like God. Just let me remember how to do that, how to do that, how to do that. The universe's response back to you, I'm telling you, I'm the guy you came to hear. I've got the mic. This is my experience in life. And I'm telling you, the universe's response back to you in spades will be, how may I serve you? How may I serve you? How may I serve you? That's how it works. And I opened up with what I was talking about when I opened up with this idea that when you go to the extreme on what I'm speaking about, when you go to the extreme and it's not something that you're doing so that, okay, God, notice this, watch me, I'm giving even more, look out, come on, where the hell is it? When's it coming? It's like, I'm doing this because this is who I am. I don't not steal because stealing is against the law.
Lao Tzu said, anything you do because it's against the rules means you've left the Tao. You don't steal because stealing is not your nature. You don't lie because lying is no longer your nature. You are giving because kindness is your nature. It becomes your nature, and then you don't want any more. And the universe just keeps providing. You can only reach paradise by realizing that it's already within yourself. You can only reach paradise when you know it's already within you. That paradise is wherever I am. This is what I take wherever I go. I take this kind of a consciousness, this kind of a shift.